is truly a new beginning for Indian Space Research Organization as it welcomed the new year with its new mission. India's first mission for 2024 will study mechanism of the black holes, neutron stars, active galactic nuclei, pulsars, and other such cosmos. In fact, the PSLV C-58 ExpoSat mission was launched at 9:10 a.m. from the first launch pad at Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. The mission has carried two primary payloads, Pollux and SpaceX. In fact, these are again two of the satellites which are on board this particular mission along with 10 other satellites, and this is again a happy new year for ISRO as well.
So on 1st January 2024, yet another successful mission of PSLV has been accomplished. PSLV C-58 has placed the primary satellite ExpoSat in the desired orbit of 650 kilometer, 6-degree inclination. Meantime, let me also announce the orbit that has been accomplished, which is available through various routes. It shows excellent orbit, and the deviations from the targeted orbit is hardly just 3 kilometers in circular orbit of 650 kilometer, and inclination is 001 degree, which is one of the very excellent orbital condition. And yet another announcement is the solar panel of the satellite also has been deployed successfully.
So why has India launched the ExpoSat? What are the mission objectives and what's the current status of the Aditya L1? Watch ISRO Chairman S. Somnath answer all these questions and a lot more in an exclusive conversation with Times Network.
This new year, ISRO has launched ExpoSat, into the sky, and for the understanding of the commoners, can you explain what is the objective of this mission and what are we trying to get out of this mission, the data and the experiments that we're trying to figure out using this mission?
ExpoSat is a very unique scientific satellite looking at black holes. Just not black holes, it's also looking at the way in which it emits certain radiations in conditions where it becomes like eating into the other stars. So when materials flow from other star into it, it has an X-ray emission, and this, using the polarimeter of the X-ray emission, the spectroscopy of this, we will be able to quantify some parameters. So this is precisely the objective. It also looks at pair of black holes, also looks at pulsars where high energy X-rays are emitted, and it has two payloads which looks at this behavior at lower energy and higher energy. Two payloads are built by two separate institutions. One is by ISRO and another by Raman Research Institute. So it gives little more deeper understanding of black holes.
So basically the primary study here is about black holes, and
of course, yeah. Of course about black hole, but it's not just black hole observation. It is to quantify this specifically through this polarimetry. The polarimetry is the uniqueness. Yeah.
So what kind of data do we already have about black holes as far as our country is concerned?
We do not have anything in India.
This will be our first attempt in figuring out data.
See, black holes are more of a theoretical creation and observed later by observations. See, first it was theoretically predicted. Black hole exists. Nobody knew. Then it was found out, physically found out by its relation to other objects. So over the last so many years, there has been a lot of observation capability, primarily the ground-based observations, and of course space-based observations also helped it. So this is going to be a very unique satellite of Indian contribution to that understanding.
All right, sir, can you give us a small update about Aditya L1? When is it going to reach the L1 point, and what are our plans beyond the L1 point, like after it reaches the L1 point?
It is going to reach L1 point on 6th, as I understand, by afternoon of that. And we have to do some maneuvers to make it reach and stay in L1. And after it reaches L1, of course, it will do its experiments. 7 experiments are there. It will continue to look at sun and do all the measurements over the next 5 years.